How's it going, everyone? I'd like to share with you my latest updates. Excuse the bad camera angle. It's the let me try to work something out better. Okay, I think this should get the job done. So this is the intake that I printed out, that I 3D printed when I was in Egypt. The whole point of this intake was to move the filter, the air intake of the engine, from the low pressure area, which is behind the engine, to an area where there's more of an airflow. So basically, originally the filter would sit where this flange is. So the filter would sit here, and this is the direction of motion. So you can see that this is actually trying to take in air from a low pressure area. Not only that, this is the original filter, so this is how it's placed on the engine. So you're moving forward and it's trying to take in air from here, from the bottom, and you can see how small these openings are. Okay, so basically I designed this out on SolidWorks. It's got a nice curve, so it brings out the filter from here to here, right in the airstream. So if I'm going forward, I can place this filter here, and you can see, I hope you can tell what I'm trying to say. And you can see now all the air is going to come in here, right into the filter element, and just make a small turn. It's not a small turn, but it's better than this, and make a turn into the into this intake pipe, and into the engine. Now, for those that don't like these filters, or don't want to use this filter, or don't want to buy this filter, so what I did was, in this design, I put in these two bolt holes. So basically, what you could do is you can fit this original filter like so. So basically, if I'm riding this way, now instead of the filter being here, it's here. You can use the original filter and cover and everything, and use the same screws and everything. So now you're going this direction, and you're making use of that ram effect of the air and your speed. So basically, you just added, and if you're going 30 kilometers an hour, that's how much speed you're using now to push that air into that engine, all while maintaining. You can still use this. You can use this stock filter and just add this in. So you can use this for either the stock filter or for this larger surface area free flowing filter. Now, for those of you who don't want to buy this, or are not interested in this, I also drew up this. So basically, what this is, let me try to get the camera a bit better. So basically, what this is just a freer flowing version of this. So instead, it bolts up. It's the same bolt up location. Bolts up to the stock carburetor. So basically, what this has is, it's just got a lot more surface area for the engine to take in air. So instead of these 4 openings, say that each diameter is 1 centimeter. So that's 4 cm. Let's just take it very roughly. Let's not get into complicated calculations. So if this is 1 centimeter, that's 4 centimeter. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 30, 31, 32. So this has got 32 openings, and these are 5 millimeter each. So if it's 32 divided by 2, so that's 16. So this has got 4 centimeters of intake area for the engine. This one's got 16, so that's 300 times more surface area for the engine to breathe in air. And this one uses the stock It's exactly I took out all the dimensions from the original one, so this is just gonna bolt up straight on, and you can just take out the stock filter from here, use it here. It's got the same mounts, same everything, same dimensions, and it just give you the same original authentic look, but with the 3 times as much airflow area. And the nice thing is, while I was drawing it out, I made sure that all these openings, any air that passes through these openings goes through the filter element first, just so you get some nice clean air into the engine and not just, all the dust that's in the air. So we've got 3 items. We've got this you could use this with this filter, with the stock filter, or you could use this with this cone filter. Choice is yours. Or you could use this with this one. I haven't made any of these yet, but there's lots of options there's lots of options to choose from. Actually, I was just looking now, and you can see there's an opening here on the stock filter element, stock filter cover. So maybe it's not 300%, maybe roughly 250% more, so more area for intake air. All of these should help give the engine a bit more airflow, so there's more potential for power. Add these up if you really work. Like the way you need to upgrade an engine is to think of the whole thing. So if you got a nice intake and you've got a restrictive exhaust, then it doesn't really, you won't really make the best out of it. So if you really want to make the best out of the intake, you gotta have the best exhaust, you gotta have the best carburetor, you gotta have the best everything. So it's kind of a package. You can't just be throwing parts in. Like back in the days when I was really reading about car engines, they said, well, the parts you gotta choose, they gotta all work in harmony. So if you're choosing an intake manifold that, like a nice long intake with with the small runners, that's gonna help you a lot with torque. To aid that, to get the best out of that, you gotta have the same design intent on the exhaust manifolds, where meaning small nice ports, small nice runners, or manifold primary headers, so it still makes use of that, so it keeps all the exhaust gases high, exhaust gas speed high. It doesn't make sense to get a smaller intake manifold and then go with a super wide tube exhaust manifold, because then one's made for low speed power, for low speed torque, and then the other one's made for high speed horsepower, high speed power. So you're not making the best. They could be good parts, well designed, but they all gotta work in harmony. So these are the parts that I'm just working on right now. Once this lockdown is done, I should be able to, once I'm out of my quarantining period, I should be able to try these on my engine, and I think they should all, I think they're all gonna give better performance than the stock setup, which I think is like really restrictive. Anyhow, guys, stay safe, stay warm, and don't forget to wear your masks. Take it easy.